Hey, you can build a solid business, employ good people, do the strong work for your clients, and still feel like that market keeps dragging you back into a daily, weekly, monthly price fight. It's exhausting because after a while, you're no longer asking how to grow the business. You're asking how much longer you can keep winning work that way. This week, I spent time with an owner who knows that feeling very well. He built his business after walking away from an early partnership that cost him dearly after it went sour. It hurt him financially, but it also taught him something important. He had to rebuild it properly, and he did. What stands out about him is his competitiveness. He wants to win. He wants to improve. He wants to stay in the game and find a better way through. That served him exceptionally well. It helped him rebuild the business. But it also means he feels the frustration of this next challenge even more sharply than most. He runs a 42-person promotional branding and marketing business. They help companies with branded clothing, gifts, event collateral, and all the practical pieces that bring a campaign or an activation or an event of that nature to life. Their clients range from small one-off buyers to bigger marketing teams inside large businesses. And they operate in a market where plenty of people can offer the same kind of item, quote on the same brief, an undercut price. So the pressure is constant. And here's the thing. He's not trying to run a cheap product business. He genuinely wants to help his clients think better, choose better, and present their brand in a better way. He wants the work to feel considered, useful, well executed. But when the customer buys item by item, the whole business gets pulled into RFQs and last-minute requests and thin margins and an uneven workflow. There are also some quiet months in between, and then other months are just chaotic. The team can do the work, but the business gets stuck reacting instead of building. To get this issue sorted, I always use a quick scan to locate the issue. At a positioning level, the business sees itself as a service partner, but too often, the customer still sees it as a supplier of branded stuff. At the delivery level, the team can execute, but demand comes in bursts, and that creates pressure and service issues. At a people level, that pressure falls on good people and makes too much work feel urgent. At a growth level, the business is still winning, but too much of the time, the growth is reactive. And at a value level, the danger is obvious. If customers buy you like a commodity, the market will value you like a commodity. So that's where the real issue sits. In positioning first, then in growth, translating into value. To fix that, we considered two options. The first was to keep playing the current game just better. Better selling, better creativity, better account management, keep pushing harder inside the same model. That would keep the revenue moving, but it would not change the game. It would still leave the business exposed to price. The second option was very different. Move up the ladder, stop leading with the product, and start solving the bigger problem behind the product. In this case, that meant helping larger, multi-location businesses create consistent brand experiences across branches, teams, and events. Not just supplying the shirts, banners, and gifts, but helping them control how the brand shows up each time, every time, in every place. That is a more serious problem. And the serious problems get bought differently. Thankfully, he chose path B, because the real opportunity here is not in the item. It's in the headache behind the item once with the client. Once you solve that headache, you stop sounding like everyone else in the market. You're no longer saying, here's our price list. You're now saying, here's how we help you protect consistency, improve execution, remove waste across the business in every event. It is a very different conversation, and it leads to a very different business. The principle is simple. If your customer only buys what you sell, price will always be part of the fight. But when they buy the bigger problem you solve, growth gets stronger, margins get healthier, and the value starts to build. Miss that, and you can stay busy for years without really getting stronger. So here's your weekly challenge. Take one thing you sell every day and ask yourself, what is the bigger headache that sits behind this for my customer? Not the item, not the transaction, the real headache. Start there, because that might be where the next version of your business begins. Hey, if you're building a business with 20 to 200 people and enjoy practical insights like this every week, please subscribe and also send this to one other owner who needs it. But until next week, do well.